Teen stardom sometimes follows a predictable arc, a meteoric rise followed by a swift decline as the pressures of fame at a young age take their toll. In this video, we'll look at 18 pop stars with the quickest rise and falls. Jojo. Jojo burst onto the pop scene in 2004 at just 13 years old with her debut single Leave, Get Out, which made her the youngest solo artist in history to have a #1 single on the Billboard Pop Songs chart. Her debut album Jojo was a commercial success, selling over 3 million copies worldwide and earning platinum certification in the US. She followed it up with High Road in 2006, which featured the top 5 Billboard Hot 100 hit Too Little Too Late. It debuted at #3 on the Billboard 200 and solidified her as one of the most promising young voices in pop. But Jojo's career came to a grinding halt because of a contract dispute with her label Blackground Records. The label prevented her from releasing new music for nearly a decade, despite public demand. During this time, she released mixtapes like Can't Take That Away From Me in 2010 and Agape in 2012, but without official label backing, she couldn't recapture the same momentum. It wasn't until 2016, with her album Mad Love, that she officially returned, a full 10 years after her last album. While Jojo has since regained her love for music, the music industry roadblocks she faced during her prime teen years drastically slowed what could have become a legendary career. Despite her undeniable talent, her quick rise and unfair fall was not from a lack of ability, but from industry politics out of her control. Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter exploded into stardom in the late 1990s, riding the wave of the boy band craze, coming off the success of his older brother Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys. His second album, Aaron's Party Come Get It, released in 2000, peaked at #4 on the Billboard 200 and sold over 3 million copies in the US alone. He became a fixture on Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, cementing his status as a teen heartthrob. With hits like That's How I Beat Shaq and I Want Candy, his brand of bubblegum pop was everywhere at the start of the millennium. However, his fame burned out quickly. By the time he was 16, his music was struggling to chart. His 2002 album Another Earthquake sold far less than expected, debuting at #18, selling just 41,000 units in his first week. Personal and legal issues overshadowed his career. Lawsuits with former management, bankruptcy, and public family feuds dominated headlines. Although he attempted comebacks, including the release of Love in 2018, where he tried to come back as a SoundCloud rapper, nothing worked. He was also struggling with substance abuse, like most child stars. Tragically, Aaron Carter passed away in 2022 at the age of 34. His career is a cautionary tale about the dangers of fame at a young age and the pressures of the entertainment industry. His quick blow-up and equally fast decline shows how volatile a teen pop career can be. Lil Mama. Lil Mama burst onto the scene in 2007 with the viral success of her debut single Lip Gloss. At just 17 years old, the New York rapper quickly became a fresh voice in hip-hop. Lip Gloss peaked at #10 on the Billboard Hot 100 because of its punchy beat and infectious hook. The single was so popular that it was nominated for the Monster Single of the Year at the 2007 MTV VMAs and helped Lil Mama secure a spot as a judge on American Best Dance Crew by age 19. Her debut album VIP, Voice of Young People, debuted at #25 on the Billboard 200 and included guest appearances from heavyweights like Chris Brown and T-Pain. However, Lil Mama's momentum quickly stalled. Despite the initial success, her next single G-Slide Tour Bus didn't replicate the success of her debut. Even though Shawty Get Loose with Chris Brown managed to peak at #10 on the Billboard Hot 100, she began getting clowned online, and a combination of media backlash and label issues left her without a solid follow-up. In 2009, her crashing the stage during Jay-Z and Alicia Keys' performance of Empire State of Mind at the VMAs became a viral disaster, overshadowing her music and led to her being blackballed in the music industry. Despite a few acting roles, notably playing Left Eye in VH1's Crazy Sexy Cool The TLC Story, Lil Mama struggled to re-establish herself in music. Attempts at comebacks like her 2015 viral moment Sausage did attract attention, but failed to revive her career. Today, she's often remembered more for her 2000s teen novelty hits, and of course ABDC, than her musical impact. Jordin Sparks. Jordin Sparks became a household name at just 17 years old when she won season 6 of American Idol in 2007, becoming the youngest winner in the show's history. Her win was followed by the release of her self-titled album, which was certified platinum by the RIAA and spawned hit singles like Tattoo and No Air. No Air featuring Chris Brown became her biggest hit, peaking on number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earning a Grammy nomination. In 2008, she was everywhere, on radio, on award shows, and magazine covers. Her debut era positioned her as the next pop and R&B star. However, her sophomore album Battlefield in 2009 struggled to maintain her momentum. While the title track did hit the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100, the album debuted on number 7 on the Billboard 200 with significantly lower sales than her debut. The next singles failed to chart meaningfully, and by the early 2010s, Jordin's visibility in the music world has significantly declined. Her attempt at a comeback with the 2015 album Right Here Right Now went mostly unnoticed, selling fewer than 5,000 copies in its first week, despite efforts to re-enter the spotlight, including Broadway appearances and acting roles. Her pop career never returned to its earlier heights. Jordin Sparks' career trajectory shows how difficult it can be to transition from reality TV to a sustained mainstream career. Her early success was meteoric. She is often cited as a classic example of a teen pop star with a quick rise and fall from the mainstream. Mindless Behavior. In the early 2010s, Mindless Behavior emerged as the next big thing in teen pop and R&B. Formed in 2008, the group, consisting of Prodigy, Rock Royal, Ray Ray, and Princeton, was groomed as a modern-day boy band with an edge. Their 2011 debut album Number One Girl debuted on number 7 on the Billboard 200, propelled by the single My Girl, which peaked on number 16 on the Billboard R&B chart. Touring with acts like Backstreet Boys, Justin Bieber, and Janet Jackson, the group quickly built a fan base of predominantly young black girls, known as Team Mindless. Despite their initial success, the group struggled to maintain momentum. Their second album, All Around the World in 2013, debuted higher at number 6, but failed to deliver a hit of the same caliber as My Girl. Internal issues soon followed. Lead singer Prodigy left the group in 2013, and the replacements were not up to par. By 2016, after multiple lineup changes and dwindling media coverage, the group released #OfficialMBMusic, which did not chart at all, marking the end of their mainstream presence. The fall of Mindless Behavior reflects how quickly the teen pop machine can turn off the spotlight. Despite a passionate fan base, their inability to adapt musically or retain a consistent lineup led to a rapid fall, with no charting singles after 2013 and a final album that barely made an impact. They are now barely remembered. Jesse McCartney. Jesse McCartney's career began in the spotlight as a member of the boy band Dream Street in the early 2000s, but his breakout came with his debut solo album Beautiful Soul in 2004. He won over the teen pop market with the title track Beautiful Soul, which peaked at number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100. It also helped the album achieve platinum status. He became a staple on teen magazines, even voicing characters in animated series and landing acting roles. His second album, Right Where You Want Me in 2006, failed to replicate the commercial success of his debut. The lead single stalled at number 33 on the Hot 100, and the album didn't break the top 10 on the Billboard 200. However, he experienced a brief resurgence in 2008 with his third album, Departure, featuring the infectious hit Leaving, which peaked at number 10 on the Hot 100, his highest charting single to date. Despite that single's success, the album's follow-up tracks failed, and public interest in his music began to fade. Jesse McCartney's fall was partially because he failed to transition successfully to a mature pop act in the late 2000s, while he continued releasing music independently and acting in TV and voice-over roles. His music career never recaptured the momentum of his heyday as a teenager. Austin Mahon. Austin Mahon burst onto the scene in the early 2010s, quickly being called the new Justin Bieber. He first gained traction by uploading cover songs to YouTube, where he quickly gained a large online following. His breakout single Say Something in 2012 peaked at number 34 on the Billboard Pop Airplay charts, and his popularity led to a deal with Cash Money Records. He was featured in campaigns for McDonald's and even opened for Taylor Swift on her Red Tour in 2013, which seemed to solidify him as the next big thing in pop music. Despite a promising start, his debut album The Secret in 2014 debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200, failed to produce any major hits, while singles like Yeah featuring Pitbull peaked at number 49 on the Hot 100. None of them reached the top tier of the charts. His momentum slowed significantly as streaming culture began to dominate, and his record label was mainly known for producing hip-hop stars like Lil Wayne and didn't seem the right fit for him. By 2016, Austin had left his label and began independently releasing music to a much smaller audience. Since then, he has maintained a niche fan base and released various singles independently, but never managed to reclaim his early buzz. With not that many hits and no full-length album breakthrough since 2014, his quick rise and fall shows the unreliability of the teen pop market. The Cheetah Girls. Formed by Disney in 2003 as a fictional girl group for the original TV movie The Cheetah Girls, Adrienne Bailon, Kelly Williams, Sabrina Bryan, and Raven-Symoné quickly turned into a real-life teen pop sensation. The first Cheetah Girls soundtrack debuted at number 33 on the Billboard 200, staying on the chart for over 40 weeks, an impressive achievement for a made-for-TV movie soundtrack. The album was certified double platinum by the RIAA, and the girls became an instant household name among teens, with Disney merchandising them into dolls, clothing, books, and more. Their quick rise continued with the second film, The Cheetah Girls 2 in 2006. It was a ratings juggernaut, attracting over 8.1 million viewers during its premiere, making it the highest rated Disney Channel original movie at the time. The accompanying soundtrack debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200, selling over 1.4 million copies. However, internal issues began to surface. Raven-Symoné opted out of the sequel, and tensions started to grow within the group. Their third and final film, The Cheetah Girls One World in 2008, saw a declining interest, with viewership dropping to 6 million, a significant fall from their peak. By 2009, the Cheetah Girls disbanded. Their music career never fully translated to long-term commercial pop success outside of the Disney Channel fanbase. Despite multiple soundtracks going gold or platinum, they haven't really stood the test of time. Which teen pop stars with the quickest rise and falls did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.